All right, everybody. Today is Monday. It's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's March. What's the date today, you guys? Someone help me out. March 8th?
One of those days.
One of those
Yeah,
days. All
eight.
right. It's
Eight.
March 8th, you
It's
guys.
women. It's a
All
Women
I knew for
Appreciation
today.
Day.
What's that?
It's a Women Appreciation Day.
Right? It is. It is. It's International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day, you guys. We have March 8th. Thank you, Tita Rose. Awesome. So we have an incredible training lined up for us today with one of the students, one of my first youngest students who got started with me in the academy last year. He's done incredibly well for himself, and the reason why I know he's been so successful is because this kid studied hard, you guys. He put a lot of time into this craft and perfecting it. He's been through the ups and downs, and age is nothing but a number. He has a wealth of knowledge. He's not your average. When I met him, 16-year-old. When I met him, he's older now, so that's good. But he's very sharp, and he took this, into his own hands, and he said, "I'm going to teach the people, and I'm gonna do this training for y'all, Des." And he's super excited about it. And Kierthan, I'm so proud of you for just stepping up as a leader. And just taking this on. You've done incredibly well through the program. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And without any further ado, Mr. Kierthan Tesse.
Thank you so much, Des. Well, where can I start really? So I actually started last year. So in 3 days' time last year, I actually signed up with this academy. And before I get into the training, I'll tell you a bit about myself. So this academy has been like life changing overall. So we're all a big family here. And the main strategy that I've learned for around about 8 months now has been Delorean. So as Des said, I've been through the ups, through the downs of it. There's times where you don't see results in the strategy. But if you guys have gone through the academy, that is called the Doom Up cycle, where you find a new strategy, you're getting wins with it. Then you go through a losing stage, and then you try to tweak with it. And then you just forget the strategy. So as I said, I've been going through this strategy for 8 months now. And I started this academy when I was 16 years old. And it's been like non-stop education for a whole year now, which is incredible. So I'm just so grateful for everybody hopping on this call. I'm actually not from here myself. I actually moved from the UK to Vancouver over here. So I've met some of the amazing people in this academy and like friends for life. So without further ado, let's get on with this training. And also, I want to say to you, welcome for the best decision of your life. Because trust me, I want to find out here, who's used Castrap before? Has anybody used Castrap? Put some yeses in the chat if you have. I want to find out who's used this before. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, now, who has used Delorean? Type some ones in the chat. I want to find out that as well, so I know who I'm speaking to. Okay, yeah, Jessica. Cool. So a few guys have used it, yeah. Just learning, okay, cool. Well, guess what? You're in luck, because I've been studying this now for 8 months, and the ins and outs of it for regular Forex and HFX. I'm going to give you a few tips on this. So let's go on with this. Okay. Before we start, there's one thing that we have to know is that we are paid to wait. When using a very easy strategy like this, it's easy to get your brain fogged up because you're going to be doing silly things. And this is where, with this strategy, there's rules in place which you have to abide by. So the first one is we are paid to wait. The second one is we do not rush trades whatsoever. And the third one is that we be patient and we wait for the trade setup to come to you. So what do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is that we don't go out into the market doing stupid stuff. There's a plan set in order for us to go by. And this is the plan, what I'm going to show you now. What is Delorean? Delorean is a multi-time frame scanner. It's like any other strategy here in IM Academy. So you've got Harmonics, Hourglass, Castrap, Liberty. It's like any other strategy here. It's a multi-time frame scanner. It scans a 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, the 1 hour chart, 4 hour, and the daily. And there are over 30 currency pairs that the Delorean scanner actually scans, which is pretty cool. So it gives like a wide variety of trades and pairs to go through. It's an adaptive algorithm and it's easy to visualize. So at the end of this presentation, we'll go through Delorean, how to get on there. But once you actually get on Delorean, so you'll have this here. I know it's hard to see, and I apologize for that. But you have a alert panel, and this is where all the trades will come out. So let's see. I know it's pretty hard to see here, but that says NZD-CHF. So it will tell you the pair that it's called out. It will tell you the time frame what it's on, and it will actually tell you how long ago that trade was called out. So, for example, on here it says it looks like this trade was called out 3 minutes ago. So you'd click on that currency pair, and it would bring you to that chart, and it will show you what to do. So you have your pair here, you have your time, and you have all of these lines here, which we will get involved into. So, okay, type in the chat. What is this? Is this a buy or sell? Type in the chat. I know I'm going to sound very repetitive today, but we need to know, what is this? This is a buy, correct? Good. Now, what is this? This is a sell. Type in the chat. Sell. Cool. At least you've understood that. So again, it's like Cash Trap. It's really simple. We're just copying the arrows through the whole strategy. But obviously, when you're taking the arrows with Cash Trap and with any other strategy, around about 6 to 7 out of 10 times, 6 to 7 out of 10, you're going to be winning in that strategy. But there is also other things to enhance the strategy. So with Cash Trap, we've got the point system. With this, we've got 4 steps. That's right, 4 steps. So in my opinion, I would say it's much more simpler than Cash Trap, and it's a bit more easier to use. That's my opinion. So again, a simple 4-step process, which we'll get into right now. And what is that? That is step 1, which is bigger, step 2, which is cut, step 3, which is location, and step 4, which is space, which in short, it stands for BCLS. Now, I want to make something very clear. If you get 4 yeses if you get a yes, my bad, for each of this step, and you get 4 yeses, you take the trade. Do not hesitate. I've been through the stage with myself where I hesitate to take the trade and then I miss the trade. Do not hesitate. You don't talk to your friend, you don't talk to your coach, and you don't talk to God, because he's already in the play. He's profiting already. So you take it, don't hesitate. It's happened to me so many times where I've been trading with other people as well, and we'll see an amazing trade, but we tend to hesitate a bit. We're like, oh, think I should take it? Put some ones in the chat if that's happened to you before. I want to see if it's happened to you. Okay, yeah, it's happened. Yeah, cool. We all know, and it's not, in a way, it's a good feeling, but what I like to say is that, okay, the trade is left us. It's gone in the direction that we predicted it to go in. So in a way, we're kind of correct. Well, not correct. Our analysis is on point. That's the word. It's on point. So it's unfortunate that we didn't take the trade, but our analysis is on point. That's the main thing here. So make sure you don't hesitate. If you get 4 steps, 4 confirmation, you take the trade. Now let's get into a bit more detail on what these steps mean. So here we go. 4 steps. There's actually 5 steps you can count technically. It's this one right here. I'm not sure if you can see it as much. It's a sell signal. So since I've been experimenting this for a year as well, and I've had my fair share of losses and wins, but the best time to trade Delorean is from 2 a.m. EST to 10 a.m. EST. So I know for us Pacific people, that is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yeah, that's correct. So the reason why we do this for, and why it says is the sell signal or buy signal called at 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. EST, is because there's a lot more liquidity and volume in the market. So if you like money, you'll be trading between this time, because think about it. What session is at 12 o'clock PST time? Write it in the chat. What session is in there? If you guys don't know, I'll tell you. You guys know what session it is? Well, guess what? It's the London session. There you go. Good job, Stefan. It's the London session, correct. So once the London session hits, since it's a big session, a lot more money goes into that. So more banks are putting their more money into the markets, and the market's moving more fluid. It's moving more smoother, as Travis likes to say. So you also have the New York session at 5 o'clock as well. So this is why we say 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is 11 p.m. PST to 7 a.m. PST. Now let's get to the steps of this. Step 1, look at 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? So we identified which candle's which. So we've got a sell candle, a sell arrow and a buy arrow. Now let's go to the charts and have a look. Go on this. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see this red arrow here? You guys see this here? So our first step was, let's go back. Look at the two candles to the left of the arrow. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? Let's go have a look. So we're looking at these candles right here. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? Type some yeses in the chat if it is. I want this to be like an interactive session. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? Yes. Cool. So we understood that. That's our first step. That's the first confirmation. Second confirmation. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Let's go have a look again. So do you see this red line here? Is it cutting through these two candles here? Is it? Type some twos in the chat. Twos in the chat if it is. Yes? Okay. Brilliant. Thank you. Cool. You guys are quick learners, man. Yeah. Okay. You see the red arrow? Step 3. Is the grey, aqua, or blue line closely above the two candles? So what we want to do is here, we want to go back to a chart. Is there any other line above the candles here? As we can see, there is one blue line, and that is the aqua line. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip here. Back on here for a second so I can show you. Oh, yeah, there you go. So the reason why we say if the grey, aqua, or blue line is closely above the two candles is because that means we are in a downtrending market. I will go into a bit more of trends and why you need to trade with the trend, but make sure that the lines are on top of the candles, on top of it, which I will show you. And then we've got step 4. Did you make sure the grey, aqua, or blue lines are not closely below price? So let's go have a look again. Is there any other lines here? Do you guys see it? Nope, there's no other lines. So you can take this trade. This trade has passed your 4 steps correctly. So congrats. That's your first successful trade you could have taken and you've cleared. And as you can see here, we've got a red arrow as well. Now, there is another step that I want to go into. Oh, what happened? My bad, sorry guys. Here we go. Yeah, my bad. So it's step 4. Now, who trades regular Forex here? I want to know who trades regular Forex. Just type in FRX. Okay, Deska, yeah. Who else does normal Forex? Okay, so quite a few of you do this. Okay, now this is where we can use Delorean to our advantage. So for step 4, it says, did you make sure the grey, aqua, or blue lines are not closely below? Now, step 4 can also mean is for our TPs as well. So let me go back on it, right here. You see, it passed our 4-step process here. We use the other lines as our take profits. Now, in this chart in particular, we are counter trending. So when we are in a counter trend situation, we use our lines as take profits. So as you can see here, we had an amazing Delorean trade, but we don't want the lines to be right close to it. We want the lines to be literally below it, so there's room for profit. Does that make sense to everybody? Type some 5s in the chat if that makes sense to everybody. If so, you're targeting your TPs. Yeah, okay. So for the HFX people, I will get involved with that. I'm just going to go to the Forex first, and then for HFX, there's a lot more, more hacks, tips, and tricks. But at least you guys understand that's the main thing. Okay, brilliant. That's cool. Now let's move on. A buy signal. So we've gone over the sell signal. Now let's go over the buy signal. So remember, always check what time you're trading. The best Delorean trades are going to be called from 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are the best. These are when the best trades are called out for you. Now, step 1. Look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is the blue candle bigger than the red? Okay, now just remember this, blue candle. So right here, look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is this blue candle here bigger than the red? Type some 5s in the chat if it is. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, let's go back again. Step 2. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? So is this red line here? Can you guys see this one here? Is it cutting through both of it? Yes, it is. So that's step 2. There you go, Kieran. Good job. That's step 2. Now, step 3 is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely below the 2 candles? Can you see the aqua here? The aqua line? Yes. That is a third confirmation. And then let's go to step 4, which is make sure that the gray, aqua, or blue lines are not closely above the price. Because, and well, first of all, yes, there is no other line in the way of this. But for example, if there was a line, let's say here, price will actually use that line as a resistance. So we don't want that to happen. We want space for profit. If there's any lines in the way, do not take that trade, because we want four good confirmations for our setup. And if one of them, like, there's no to it, then you chuck that trade in the bin. Does everybody understand that? Type some 6s in the chat. Let's mix up the numbers. 6. There you go. Yeah, amazing. If you've got any questions as well, keep them to the end, and then I'll just go over it then. But at least everybody's understanding. That's the main important thing here. So this is the most important thing out of everything here. So make sure you take a screenshot of this, or notes, whatever you're doing, but make sure you're doing this. We are trend traders. We trade with the obvious trend, and we do not counter trend. For the advanced guys, you guys can counter trend all you want since you've gone through it. But for beginners, you are trend traders. Now, you're probably wondering, how do we identify a trending market? Well, using Delorean. Well, guess what? Really simple. If the EMAs are above the price candles, that means you are downtrending. Let's go have a look. See right here? You see all the EMAs? They're all on top of the candles here. This is identifying to us, and it's telling us that price is in a strong direction. Does everybody understand that? Put some ones in the chat if you do. Ones in the chat. Let's see if you guys understand that. Cool. You guys understand that. Amazing. Now, the same rule applies for buys as well. But this time, if the EMAs are below the candles, we are in an uptrending market. And we are only taking buys in an uptrending market. For the new people, only take buys. If you see a sell call, like a Delorean play for sells in an uptrending market, don't take it. The reason I say don't take it, because remember, the trend is your friend, and there's probably like a high probability that the market's going to keep on going up. So let's go have a look at this uptrending market now. We have all of the EMAs here. We have the aqua line, we have the gray line, and we have the blue line. This is indicating to us that price is moving upwards. So we are only taking buy signals. Now, obviously, the market is not always going to be trending in one location constantly. But for the advanced people, like for example here, you guys can trade this. Only for advanced people. What I would say is, for if you want to be more advanced, go to Tyrone Foster. He's like the main guy for this, and he teaches you how to do it. But maybe, who knows, I may do a training one on this, so you have to stay tuned. Now, does everybody understand trending? You know, trade with the trend, don't go against the trend. I want to see you, just put some yeses in the chat. Tyrone Foster, do you know what I'll do? I'll put it in the chat. Tyrone Foster. Okay, cool. So you guys know that. Okay, cool. Now let's go next. 3 candles or less. Does anybody know what the 3 candles or less is? Type some ones in the chat for this. Type some ones in the chat if you have heard of this before. Again, I want to find out who knows this. Deska, cool. Okay, so you got, okay, cool. Yeah, he's Tyrone Foster. He is on at 3 a.m. PST, which is a bit of a struggle, but it's okay. So 3 candles or less. What does this mean? When you find your Delorean play, it's, you know, past your 4 steps. In 3 candles, if you are not in profit, you pull out that trade. You have to. No ifs, no buts, no excuses. You pull out, even if it's at break even. Now, this is for regular Forex. So this is a major tip in the game. This is life changing for you because remember, this will save you from your stop loss. And remember, your stop loss is your mom. She will always protect you, but you can pull out yourself. Instead of your mom saving you, you can save yourself. So if you don't know what 3 candles less means, I will go over it right now. 3 candles or less. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so we have identified our DeLorean right here. You can see, is the red candle bigger than the blue? Yes. Is the red line cutting through both candles? And obviously we cannot see the lines at the top of it, unfortunately, but we've entered. You always enter on the first candle. So on the first candle, you'll see like a big down arrow. In this case, it's not on here at the moment, but you always enter on the first candle. You don't enter on the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. In that case, if you like the trade's already gone, it's gone. You've missed it. But you're always entering on the first candle. So your third candle here, this is your decision candle. This is the way you're going to tell yourself. It's like this. Okay, I've entered a trade. If I'm not in profit in 3 candles, I'm going to pull out. Oh, the third candle has pulled out. And here it is, our third candle. If you're not in profit, you pull out. If you are in profit, you stay in the trade. Make sure you take a picture of this because this honestly has changed my life in so many ways because I'm a trading life, you can say. Because there's times where the market was going completely against me. And in the third candle, it was nowhere near my stop loss, but you can tell that the market was about to reverse. And I actually exited that trade and I saved myself from losing a lot of money. So does everybody understand the 3 candle rule? Does anybody want me to go over it again one more time? Just put yeses in the chat if you guys understand it. If not, I can go over it one more time if you want me to. Okay, you understand it? Cool, brilliant, perfect. Yes, one more time. Okay. So do you wait for the third candle to close? Yes, you do. My bad, I didn't say that. You do wait for the third candle to close. Okay, one more time. I'll explain to you. So remember, when you enter your trade here, so when you find your DeLorean play, you enter on the first candle. You don't enter on the second candle or the third candle. Now, once you've entered the trade, on the third candle, which is here, this is where you can tell yourself, okay, am I in profit? If I am in profit, I stay in the trade. If I'm not in profit, or if I'm at break even, I exit that trade. Now, this applies for regular Forex more than HFX because in HFX you can't pull out a trade. But in regular Forex, if you are in profit, what my advice to you would be is just move your stop loss, which we will get into as well, how to place your stop loss in DeLorean. So, Kieran, I hope that helps you answer your question here. So just make sure you look at your third candle. If you're in profit, you stay in. If not, you get the hell out of the trade. All right, let's go. This is the time frame for it. Now, how does this work? So 3 candles or less. If you found a DeLorean on the 1-minute chart, you're going to set your timer for 3 minutes because each candle represents 1 minute. So 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes. Now, it happens over and over again. So you got your 5-minute chart as well. If you found a DeLorean on the 5-minute chart, each candle represents 5 minutes. So 3 candle rule, you got 5, 10, 15. And the list goes on and on and on. So, for example, a 1 hour time frame, you found a DeLorean play on the 1 hour time frame, and you're going to be there for a 3 hour trade. So 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Okay, what was the question? Let me have a look at this question. Fixed time on or off HFX. I will actually get into HFX in a bit, and then I'll answer your question and say so. And then obviously you got daily, which is a bit more of a longer term trade. You got to wait 3 days. So this is how you're going to save yourself and this is also how you get your time back as well. Because why would you want to sit in a trade for 5 days, 6 days, even 6 hours when you're basically wasting your time? You're basically putting your account at risk and you're losing more money than you should be doing. So if you're not in profit of 3 candles or less, you pull out. The reason why I'm repeating this over and over again, because it's a game changer. It's going to help you. So please apply this to your trading and it will save you. Now, stop loss. That's right. Stop loss lives do matter, because when I first put stop loss and you're putting it in place, I thought I was when I first started trading, I was very in my mindset, it wasn't the best. I was like, you know what? I'm an invincible trader. I know how to put no stop loss. I am like, I can predict the market wherever it goes. I'm a genius. I'm this, I'm that. But guess what? The markets don't care about you. You're just like another little person, then they'll kick you off. Make sure you put in a stop loss. So I'm going to tell you how to put it right now. So when you find your Delorean play, this is for regular Forex as well. You place your stop loss actually above the wick of the two candles. Yes, wick lives do matter as well. So you're putting it right here, just like right above it. Now for my advanced guys, if you guys know what stop loss spread times 2 is, does anybody know what this means? Who's been using Delorean before? Stop loss spread times 2. If you do, I want to find out if anybody knows it. If you don't, then that's okay. Anybody know it? Oh, Jessica, cool, brilliant. Okay, oh, Jessica knows it. Okay, well, this is a bit more advanced, but this can potentially. Oh, I'm Pritika, obviously Pritika knows this. So your stop loss for the advanced people, exactly, broker spread of cost times 2. There you go. So when you put your stop loss above the wick of the candle, so let's say I entered right here, and from this price here to here, that's 5 pips. Now I multiply whatever my spread is on my broker. So for example, on my broker, it could be 2 pips, 3 pips. So I'm just doing 5 multiplied by 2. That's 10. And then let's say if it was 3 pips, 5 multiplied by 15. Does that make sense to everybody? Type some ones in the chat if you guys understand that. But this is a bit more advanced for the advanced people. But for if you want to make it easy, just place it above the wick of the candle. It makes more sense. Cool. Brilliant. Okay. Now for hyperdrive, which I am going to get into as well, you just place your stop loss 2 or 3 pips above the wick of the candle, which I will show you. I think is the next slide, is it? Right here. Okay, so this is for regular Forex again. When you find your Delorean play, your stop loss goes right here. Now, the Aqua line is a money magnet. What do I mean by that? I mean that price loves to come and touch the Aqua line because it's like, I'm not sure why it's attracted to it in such a way, but if you do see the Aqua line either cutting through the 2 candles or above it, place your stop loss above the Aqua line. So in this example here, we have the Aqua line clearly below the wick of the candle. So you're placing your stop loss right here. And that could be like, 10 pip stop loss, 12 pip stop loss. Because the reason why we do this is because it makes the reward ratio a lot better. Because why would you want to have a 50 pip stop loss for and a 10 pip take profit? You guys understand what I say there? It doesn't make any sense, does it? So why not have a 12 pip stop loss and have like a 45 pip take profit or a 100 pip take profit? Now, this is where obviously for the advanced people, you guys know how to put your stop loss, but for beginners, just place it above the wick. It's really simple. Hyperdrive. So who's used hyperdrive here? I want to find out who's used hyperdrive. I know a lot of people have used it here, but there's actually like tips and tricks involved. Put some ones in the chat if you guys have used it. I want to find out who's used it before. Anybody learning how to use? Okay, cool. Okay. Hyperdrive. What is hyperdrive? So the exact same 4 rules apply in hyperdrive itself. So the BCLS, the bigger cut location space. But on hyperdrive, it's just giving you trades on the 5-minute. So Delorean trades are being called out on the 5-minute chart, and this is where the HFX people come into play. If you do see a Delorean that applies with your 4 steps, you can take a trade for 5 to 15 minutes. Why are we doing that for? I told you why we put a trade in for 5 to 15 minutes. Does anyone know why? You guys should be listening in. Anybody know why? If you don't, that's okay. I'll explain to you again.
3 candles.
Thank you. There you go. 3 candles. Brilliant. So on the 5-minute chart, each candle represents 5 minutes. So you got 5, 10, 15. 3 candles. That's really good. At least you guys are listening in now. That's cool. So again, take your trade 15 minutes if you find a perfect Delorean play. Not every trade is going to be amazing. That's where you've got to do your due diligence, and you've got to go through the 4 steps and find out if the trade is a good trade to take. Now, this is where I actually took a few trades today, and I'm going to show you right now. Bring it up. Well, actually, let me tell you this first. Advanced entry. I forgot about this. So we know that on hyperdrive, each candle represents 5 minutes, and we know that the red line and yellow line is very powerful. So why not, when price touches the red line or yellow line, you set your timer for 3 to 5 minutes for the close of the candle. So this is for HFX people. I would actually don't turn fixed time on. Just when you click 5 minutes, let it run. So for example, if the candle says there's 4 minutes left and it's touching the red line, you set your timer for 4 minutes and you enter the trade, and you should clear it. But 80% of the time, price will either pull back to the red or yellow line. Does that make sense to everybody? Type some 2s in the chat if you guys understand that. This is more of an advanced entry for it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So this is the trade from today I'm going to show you here. So guys, let's go through the whole 4 steps of this. Okay, the first step, remember, is the red candle bigger than the blue? In this case, yes, it is. The second step, is the red line cutting through both of the candle bodies? Yes, it is. Your third step, is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely above price? As you can see here, we have the aqua line literally hovering right above it. So yes, that's your third confirmation. And your fourth step is, for the beginners, is there space for profit? Is there space for profit, guys? Yes, there is. Because look, there is no EMAs in the way. And look, price can ride its way all the way down. I think this pair actually went around about 50 pips down. So on HFX, this is crazy. So right here, you have your Delorean play, 3 candle rule. You got 5, so 5 minutes. Actually, no, here, you enter right here. Your first candle, this is where you enter. So 5, 10, 15. You've cleared that trade. And remember what I said for a advanced entry? If price touches the red or yellow line, you can enter that trade for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how long that candle has got left on the timer. So right here, you could have taken 1 entry here, 3 to 5 minute, clear. Came down, touched the yellow line, 3 to 5 minute, clear. This candle here, it didn't do anything. So this is where you wait. On this candle here, 3 to 5 minute, clear. And again, 3 to 5 minute, clear. So it happens over and over and over again. So show me some love in the chat. Do you guys understand this strategy? Are you guys getting some value out of this? And type some 5s in the chat. 5s in the chat. Let's see who understands this. If you guys are getting information out of this. Brilliant. Amazing. So there's one more example I do want to show you, which was actually last week, Friday, which I took so many trades on. I think it's around about 8 trades, and this is it. So right here, we actually had a Delorean. As you can see, I'm looking on the pair Euro AUD, and it's on a 5-minute chart. So as you can see here, we have our Delorean play. Let's go through the 4 steps. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? Yes. That's your first confirmation. Your second confirmation, is the red line cutting through both candles? See, cutting through it. Second confirmation. Your third candle, is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely above price? Since in this, we actually taking sells here, it has to be above it. In buys, it will be below it. So as you can see here, we have the aqua line right here. This is indicating that if price does come back up to here, it will go down again. And your fourth step is the gray, aqua, or blue line, are they closely above, below price? If they are, you don't take it. Or in simple terms, what this means, is there space for profit? So you can take that trade for 15 minutes. And as you guys can see here, you got 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle. That's 15 minutes. You've cleared the trade. And this is where it was really funny, because I actually did take that Delorean trade for 15 minutes, but I was doing like smaller trades on the side. So I was doing 5-minute puts. So I took 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So obviously not every trend is going to keep on trending down. So you only stop trading this currency pair is when price closes in between the red and yellow line here, which is really simple. So I'm pretty sure you guys here can you can agree with me that I clearly achieved my 8% with all these trades. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 trade setups right there. This is how easy it is. So that's the end here. I hope you guys actually did get some value out of this. Again, this strategy has changed my life for trading, and this is one of my best decisions I've ever made. Just sticking with one strategy. My best advice for you would be, for like, if you're struggling with anything, is that stick to one strategy. Find one that resonates with you as a person. Don't be like a person on the hype train that goes with every single strategy. This happened to me, and you basically, information's going through this ear, is going out the other ear. Focus on one and master it. Just master it. And I've been doing this 8 months now with this strategy, and I appreciate every single one of you on this call. I'm so grateful for every one of you. I'll pass it back to Des now. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to answer, put them in the chat. Don't worry, I won't bite. So I'm actually going to show you as well how to get into Delorean and what educators to follow. So what you want to do is just type in IM Center on Google, right here. It should come up. It's this first one here. You guys, for the new people who's been here, you guys know. So what you can do is, you see the home screen here. You just go to strategies here, and you just wait for it to load, and you just go down. It should be on Forex. If you just click on Forex here, you'll see Delorean right there. Just click on that. Boom. You are now on Delorean. So when you actually enter it, it will come up with this thing here. So it's a welcome to Delorean. It will show you how to use it as well. What I've shown you, it will show you how to access Pip Talk, their Telegram, and their Go Live. So wait, what was the question? Using MT4 binary. Honestly, you can use both. For MetaTrader 4, I would say just focus on this Delorean, and then for binary, go to Hyperdrive. So this is where your alert panel, as you can see all these trades here. You've got Euro CHF, CAD CHF, and it tells you how long as well this time was called out ago. So this trade is called out 3 hours ago, actually 4 hours, we can round up to there, 11 hours ago. So this is where you find all your trade ideas, and you have your chart here. Now, there is one more thing which is incredible about Delorean, is that they don't believe in people having to pay for add-ons. So what you can do is that there's actually 2 more extra add-ons. So you've got Shadow and Hyperdrive. I will show you what Shadow is right now. So all this is Delorean Shadow. This is where the Go Live educators will actually post their trade ideas that they've analyzed. So for example here, USD CHF, it gave you a sell limit, it gave you take profit and a stop loss, and it will tell you on the alert panel what trades there are to take. Obviously, these are like swing trades, so these are long-term trades that you can take. So they put a lot of them in here. So I actually did catch this one as well myself on the Go Live, one of the Go Live educators here. It was AUD CAD. It was on a 4-hour chart, and they told you to buy at this point right here, and it speaks for itself. That's so many pips, so many pips. So this is Delorean Shadow. So I'm going to show you Hyperdrive now. Just press back and just go strategies right here, Hyperdrive, and boom, you're on. Do you know what we can do? Let's do it. Let's identify this trade that was called 29 minutes ago. But first, underneath Hyperdrive, you'll see all the currency pairs here. You'll see your 5-minute chart. You'll see your currency pair. So let's go through the four steps together, and type yeses in the chat if you agree with me here. So first step, is the blue candle bigger than the red? Type yeses in the chat. Is the blue candle bigger than the red? Yes. That's one confirmation. Now your second confirmation, is the red line cutting through both of the candles? Yes, it is. Yes. Your third confirmation is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely below price? Because remember, we're taking buys now. Yes, it is. Yes, there you go, Saffron. Good job. And your fourth and final step, is there space for profit? There are no other lines in the way here. So guess what? You take this trade and you could have leveraged so many trades on this. So for example, here, you've got your arrow here. You take it for 15 minutes. So 3 candle rule. So 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute. And guess what? The most incredible thing is that you could have taken more entries on it. Look, price came down. It touched the red line. That's a 5-minute call right there. Came back down, touched the red line, well, in the middle of it, 5-minute call again. And on this candle here, 5-minute call, it touched the red line. So now for the Go Live educators, I want to show you that. So what you want to do is, when you're on the home screen, just go to Go Live. Yeah, money. It's so easy. That's why, like, I tell my people, I'm like, this is an incredible strategy to follow, because it's like it kills 2 birds in 1 stone. If you can learn this one thing, you can take it to HFX and normal forex as well. So to find Delorean, what you want to do is just scroll down all the way down till you find Delorean here, and you just click on it. And these are the educators that are on. So you've got Maraid, you've got Tyrone Foster. He's really good to watch, extremely good. They're all good to watch. You've got Abel Melendez, and you've got Patrick Kenny. So the ones what I would tell you to watch if you're beginning, for us PST people, Tyrone Foster is a bit of a struggle. I know 3 o'clock in the morning, it's a bit hard, but Patrick Kenny, incredible. I've learned so much from him. I actually haven't checked out. I didn't even know he was on here. But even about Melendez, these 2 for beginners, they explain things really well. But if you can watch Tyrone Foster at 3 a.m. in the morning, go for it. You're a knight if you're doing that. You're good for you if you're doing that. But yeah, honestly, guys, this has changed my life. And if you guys do use Delorean, and you've got any questions, don't be afraid to give me a shout, and I will answer all your questions. I know there is another question here. You can use your empty for broker, just set a timer. Yeah, you can, yeah. Just, if you're on a 15-minute time frame, you find a Delorean. Remember, 3 candle rule, you're in that trade for 45 minutes. If you're not in profit in 45 minutes, you exit the trade. If you are, you're good to go. So I hope you guys actually did get some information about this call. This weekend, I was so excited with it. But if you've got any questions, put them in the chat, and Jessica, I will hand it over to you. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you all.
Awesome, awesome. Can everybody please right now throw some love in the chat for Kierthan? If you guys got value out of this session, let him know, you guys, because I got so much value. I'm ready to get this money. I don't know about you, but Delorean is next level. Thank you, Kierthan, for spending this time with the team. I think everyone's about to take their accounts like real big. So we appreciate you, everything you do for us and the team and the squad, and being here long term with us, riding through from the very, very, very beginning, you guys. It means a whole lot. So again, we appreciate you. I'm gonna load this, you guys, up on YouTube, so you guys will have the replay as well. And we might do more of these trainings moving forward. I think it would be good for new people for onboarding. So feel free on the next training, you guys, to get your new people on, just so they can see how simple trading really is with the Academy and with Delorean. So once again, thank you, Kierthan. We appreciate you. Everybody have a wonderful evening. We have our 8 p.m. tonight. Your Wish is Your Command. We're on audio number 3, so we'll be watching that. I'm listening to that together on Clubhouse and on Zoom. So we'll see you guys tonight. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and thank you once again, Kierthan. We'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, Delorean Nation. What you know about that 50-50? Yeah. Signature trade, signature entry, signature exit. And we making money.